Hi Brian, thanks so much for your question. I wanted to do a video. Our programmer's actually out of the office until next Monday with the Christmas break and whatnot, and he'd be able to give you an exact answer. But I want to sort of run through this because I've been taking a look at the Twilio blog or the two-factor authentication plugin, and by the looks of it, definitely. And I'll tell you why. The access control, what that does is you can create any number of pages in your site. And what the access control does, it's a back-end dashboard. You manage it through your web browser. It allows you to, first of all, it examines all the pages in your site, and then you can assign those pages whatever you want. You can require a user to be able to see that page before they log in. So from the menu bar, for a normal or unlogged in person, they wouldn't see a link to that page, but if somebody is logged in, or once they're logged in, they have access to certain pages within your site. Now on those pages, you could actually then put the two-factor authentication, right? So you could have a page for a certain group of users if you wanted to do that. And then on that page, once they're actually logged into the site through the access control, if you wish, then you could actually put in your two-factor. So basically, this would be the I'm a new user to your site. I go and I log in. And then once I'm logged in, you see how they've been directed to the user page here once they've logged in? You could do that as well. You could direct them to any page you want. And then on that page, you could put the code for your two-factor authentication. And this would be somebody that, oh yes, I want to do the text message. They would click here, and then they'd fill in their information and then submit their code to their mobile phone. I tried it with my phone and it didn't work. So I'm wondering if it's just an example that doesn't actually work or not. But yes, that would be, the amount of how it would basically work is whatever page you would use for the access control when somebody logs in, you could put everybody to one single page, or you could have different groups of users go to different pages. And then once they do the double authentication, then they can be assigned to wherever you want them to go after that. But really the point of my doing the video was to explain that with the access control, you can have as many different pages in your site as you want, and you restrict those pages to people that are logged in. And of course, once they're logged in, you can put whatever script or code on those pages you want. So if it's a double authentication script you want it to have on that page, you could do that as well. And I just wasn't really sure on how familiar you were with inserting code into a page is really what it comes down to, because you could use this tutorial and this page here as an example of where to copy the code in. Or if you get stuck, we have a programmer and you can talk to him. I don't know if there'd be a cost or not to get that set up, or get his expert opinion on what the best option would be. But just from looking at it, I wanted to get back to you today and let you know that we've looked at your question, and from what I can tell, yeah, it definitely looks possible, because I know the way the access control system works. I just haven't worked with the two-stage authentication, the two-factor authentication. But reading up on how it works, because it's just script that goes into a page, and because the access control allows your users to view whatever page or pages you want them to view, it could be a login page or an authentication page, or SMS page, whatever you want it to be. You could set it up like that so that once they've logged into the access control, they do get presented with the second authentication process for their phone or for their email, and then once they've logged in, then they can go to somewhere else after that. So this looks like a system that would work, but we can definitely pass it up the line to Brandon when he gets back. But if you have any other questions, I just wanted to get the dialogue open and let you know we've read it, and not let it sit until Brandon gets back from his Christmas break next week. And if we don't talk to you before that, you have a great New Year's.